dream.
The audio you just heard and part of the clip you saw comes from the moment when I realized during my first watch of Point Blank that it was something special. The sound of main character Walker's echoing footsteps as he walks through Terminal 6 of the Los Angeles airport, the way he intensely stares ahead while the footage intercuts with his wife getting ready at her home are some of the finest examples of auditory and visual work in film. It's going to be difficult to recommend this film while revealing as little of it as possible. John Boorman's Point Blank had a strong effect on me on my first viewing because I had no idea what to expect going into it. What I expected at my first viewing was a generic late 60s crime movie with all the typical cynicism and grittiness that would come to be popular in the 70s. Point Blank, however, turned out to be much more than that. It is one of the only crime films I've seen that effectively mixes in true psychological elements. It is a positive example of 60s psychedelic madness in a film with a palatable amount of cheekiness, and relevant cheekiness at that. As you can tell from the length of this video, this is not going to be an in-depth analysis of Point Blank. Rather, it will be a quick recommendation to get you watching this fantastic film. In terms of production, Point Blank was originally based on the influential crime novel The Hunter by Donald E. Westlake. The script for this original film was given to director John Boorman, who teamed up with Lee Marvin to make it. As it turns out, Boorman and Marvin disliked everything about the script except the main character Walker, who would be played by Marvin. From there, the two more or less rewrote the story themselves and had total control over the film due to Marvin's popularity at the time. And thus we got the mind-boggling crime thriller we have today. Now that you know the background, what is it that really sets Point Blank apart from other films? To really tell you that, I'd have to spoil it, so I'll do my best to talk to you about what you'll see in this film. You'll see a lot of cutting back to things we've already seen, especially when Walker is facing a problem that parallels something he's dealt with in the past. It is not to remind the audience of these things, but rather to show that Walker is making these connections himself. It shows that he is somewhat aware of the brutal cycle of violence and vengeance he finds himself caught up in.
Somebody's got to pay.
You'll also see evidence which suggests multiple interpretations of the film. There are deeper meanings, double meanings, social commentary on capitalism, desensitization towards violence. The film is non-linear and dreamlike even with its action. Finally, you'll see some beautiful cinematography, set design, locations, and clear artistic vision and style from Boorman. Once you watch the film, it's easy to see how it influenced so many filmmakers. There's not much else to say about Point Blank without getting into spoilers. It is a film that is best to watch blind. Saying any more would take away from your experience as a first-time viewer. If you are looking for a unique psychological crime thrill that is vastly underappreciated even to this day, do yourself a favor and watch Point Blank.